Hello and welcome for Realistic Scenarios. I'm Andrew Hubert, and today we are talking about stakeholders. What is a stakeholder? A stakeholder is anyone who has an interest in a team decision or is affected by a decision that you and your team are making. And that covers a lot of ground. So we're going to start by dividing up the world of stakeholders into three broad categories. Let's take a look. The table of contents for today's talk: sponsors, team members, and customers or suppliers, depending on what business you're in. Sponsors come in three big categories: corporate sponsors, investors, and government. And when we say sponsors, it's a nice way of saying bosses or investors or someone we are talking up to. We'll go into that in more detail in the next talk. But when we are tailoring a conversation for sponsors, we are trying to influence them. We're trying to get buy-in. We want them to believe what we believe and be enthusiastic about what we are enthusiastic about. Barring that, the second best thing to do is just to confirm that we are doing what they want. So corporate sponsors are probably going to be people above us on within the same organization. So here we're talking to CEOs or someone in the C-suite. If you are a startup and you are looking for investors, then that's going to be your main sponsor. You're probably going to have the main investor who you may have already secured or you're trying to get, and then other investors. And they are more concerned with financial return. And depending on your industry, they may be concerned with market share. And then government sponsors, this is especially important in places like Vietnam, where you may have state-owned enterprises, or you may have regulators, and they are going to be mostly concerned with compliance and policy. The second category of stakeholders are people that are on the same team or on the same level with you, people in the same department, people that are allies, but not necessarily locked in as allies. These are people who know everything or should know just about everything you do. Keeping secrets from your own team or secrets from people in the same department is tricky and tends to be alienating. Two-way information channels are going to be used with them. You are going to be spending a lot of time getting information from them and feeding information, and this is going to be like the fire hose of information, where you're giving them information and then discussing with them how to parse it and how to analyze it. Don't make the mistake of assuming that just because someone's on the same team, they are a partner, they are a supporter, or they are with you. You have to confirm that. And the third category are customers and or suppliers. So these, again, as usual, fall into three categories. The people that you're already working with, and let's look at the client side. You can see how it is analogous to the supplier situation. But for clients, let's look first at the people that are already your clients. Here, your job is to lock them in. Your job is to give them such wonderful, unique, and valuable service that they don't go anywhere else. More and more, there'll be a technical lock-in where the things you've sold them will not work on someone else's platform. The second category of customers or clients or someone else's clients, they are in the market, they are qualified, but they are not buying from you yet. And your job is to outcompete your direct competitor or disrupt the industry. And the final group are potential clients. You think that they have a need, you think that you can service them, but they are not buying anything yet. Maybe not at all from anyone, or maybe they are substituting in what is in effect a different category. The final word: communications must be customized or sometimes rewritten completely for different classes of stakeholders. Business communication is not one size fits all. You may have a basic message, but it will have to be tailored or rewritten for each class of stakeholder. Thanks very much for Realistic Scenarios. This has been Andrew Hubert.